When 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather met for the first time in 2002 in Puerto Rico, an instant bromance instantly started between the two. They were everywhere, attending parties together, and in 2007, 50 accompanied Mayweather to the ring. It wasn't just important for Mayweather because he was defending his title against Oscar De La Hoya. It was also important for 50 because it marked the first time he'd be performing Straight to the Bank live.
His last 20 fights, he's at 19 world title fights, so a lot of experience for a 30-year-old kid.
A classic example of friends supporting friends, right? The next year, the same thing happens, and Mayweather comes out alongside 50 in his fight against the Big Show at WWE. But it wasn't just about partnerships. Their families were also a huge part of the friendship. In 2009, 50 Cent posted a video of himself and Diddy hanging out at Mayweather's house.
Goddamn, girl, we used to be friends.
The next year, these two were already talking about a compilation album together. But the only condition was that this would come anytime Mayweather fights Manny Pacquiao. Even though this fight eventually happened in 2015, things had already gone sour between these two friends, and any hopes of a compilation album had gone with the wind. It all started in 2012 when Mayweather was sent to jail for assault, and even though 50 voiced support for him in June 2012, things changed when the rapper created the company, The Money Team. Now, TMT was supposed to be a joint venture between 50 and Mayweather. But with the boxer in jail, 50 went ahead to apply for boxing licenses in both New York and Las Vegas, believing that he was doing exactly what his partner wanted. Well, it turned out Mayweather didn't exactly like the fact that 50 had gone ahead of him to get things rolling. But these guys had been friends for 10 years. Surely money wasn't going to tear them apart. On the 3rd of August 2012, the PIMP rapper went to pick up Mayweather from prison. And for a brief moment, it looked like things had become better between the two.
A trainer and lawyers wanted him out earlier because they said the jail food and water did not meet Mayweather's dietary needs and lack of exercise space in a cramped cell.
Later that year, 50 would also admit that he had in fact started the company without the approval of Mayweather, but that didn't affect the friendship between them. But there was mention of some money that Mayweather owed 50 Cent. And to understand the origin of that debt, we had to once again go back to the company 50 Cent started. After 50 helped Mayweather to start his company while the boxer was in jail, he of course handed things over to his friend. For starters, it was claimed that Mayweather in fact wanted to start the business with Tommy Summers. So when 50 went ahead to do it with Tommy, he felt slighted in some way. And this perhaps got worse when he heard reports that 50 was trying to employ his manager at the time, Al Heyman. There were also rumors that Mayweather never wanted 50 Cent to buy licenses in New York and Vegas. 50 Cent, on the other hand, argued that he just wanted to set up the company the way Mayweather would have wanted. He couldn't believe that he launched, invested in, and grew his friend's brand only for Mayweather to turn around and point fingers. At this point, 50 stopped believing that he was part of the company and demanded for all the money he spent to launch and grow Mayweather's company. This money was around $2 million, and the boxer refused to pay because this was a joint venture between the both of them. 50 further explained that this money was the upfront he spent to establish the company, and it included, but wasn't limited to, contract negotiations and signing boxers. Tired of waiting around for his money to come, 50 decided to make that fight between Mayweather and Pacquiao happen, with the belief that Mayweather will pay him after his huge cash out. He reportedly spoke with Pacquiao's camp, but unfortunately, that fight just never happened. When it was finally time for Mayweather to explain his side of the story in 2014, he said he and 50 were still the best of friends. He said in his interview, "Just as a man, I respect him. I love him. There's a lot of my friends, a lot of my associates that I don't speak to on a daily basis. That doesn't mean that I wish anything bad towards them." However, this feud was becoming more difficult to hide. In April 2014, Mayweather announced that his ex-fiancée had gotten an abortion, and despite this being a sensitive subject, it was just the perfect occasion for 50. Right after, the rapper teased Mayweather about the situation, then apologized before eventually deleting the posts. Just barely a month later, 50 Cent teased Mayweather again after the boxer almost got in a fight with T.I. and his wife. Seemingly taking sides with T.I., 50 Cent made an Instagram post warning Mayweather to stay away from T.I. and his wife. At this point, it was clear to everyone who cared that these guys were no longer friends. Finally, in August 2014, Mayweather took a shot at 50 by saying the rapper was no longer relevant, a jab that managed to crawl under 50's skin.
Woke up, I looked at the computer said, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what'd he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga.
Angry, 50 Cent went on Instagram again to challenge Mayweather to read just one page from the Harry Potter series. If the boxer managed to do it, 50 boasted that he would donate $750,000 to any charity Mayweather wanted.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
To further push the narrative that his former friend couldn't read, 50 joked that he will be changing the book to The Cat in the Hat. This feud will drag on for years, with both men sending shots to each other on social media. In February 2020, 50 decided to bring back the talk about the money Mayweather owed him. And in an interview with Hot 97, he said Mayweather didn't have half the money we thought he had. However, this feud came to an official end when 50 announced on The Breakfast Club that the beef was officially over.
You and Floyd back together? Y'all cool?
I went to see him when I was in Vegas.
No, man.
Around my birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was cool. You know what I did? Look, Monique, the Monique thing is really, I went to go see Monique, the comedy show during the Super Bowl weekend.
They ended the beef when the rapper visited him in Vegas, and they both realized how much time they had wasted feuding over nothing. Interestingly, 50 had the heart to call up and visit Mayweather when Monique performed at the Super Bowl weekend. The comedian talked about the childish feud between the two men, and it was all the call to reality that 50 needed. The two became friends once again, and it seemed all was well with the world. However, it looks like that friendship is about to crumble once again. Just recently, Mayweather admitted on the Pivot podcast and said he wasn't going to condemn P. Diddy over his sexual allegations. And this included Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it.
But what made this comment even more infuriating was this section.
Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's a choice that my daughter made. Yeah. So I don't want to kick nobody while they're down.
And just like several others who saw this podcast, 50 was pissed at these comments. He then took to Instagram to take a dig at his long-running rival. The caption reads, "They didn't even ask him about this. Champ, is you stupid or is you dumb? Get me the fuck out your head. You sound like a hater. Did he do it? Coming soon." Still angry, 50 made another post, and this time he said, "I was chilling till this guy come around try to defend sexual assault, even saying if it was his daughter, it would be her choice." 50 has shown over and over again that he wouldn't stand for sexual abuse against women. And he has been one of the rappers who have constantly called out P. Diddy. And if it means severing ties with his best friends, then so be it. There's no doubt things have once again soured between these two friends. But we can't help but wonder if these two will ever be as close as they used to be. What do you think? Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section.